Isaiah 5:20-24. Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward, and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble, and the flame consumeth the chaff, so their root shall be as rottenness, and their blossom shall go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of the Lord of hosts, and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel. All right, we're back to our Red Hot Chili Peppers video, and I'd like to apologize for the bad quality of the video that I uploaded earlier today. The same video, as a matter of fact. For some reason, YouTube was giving me a hard time, and the video was good quality HD, and for some reason it after it got processed and did everything it had to do, and I tried to do that twice. I've been trying to upload this video since yesterday. For some reason, it just kept uploading in really bad quality, and I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because of the new well, it's not new, but it's first time I tried out this new editor, so it could be because of that. It's an editor that Mary uses, but I'm gonna use another one. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to straight upload it and see if it's going to be better. I hope this video will come out good, and that the quality will be decent. So once more, sorry for that. Let's just go back and look at this again.
John Frusciante, who was our guitar player, but he quit the band, so he's not here. But we have a new guitar player. His name is Enrique Marshall. This is him right here. But I mean, John never really cared about this sort of thing anyway, but, you know, we accepted on his behalf as well, because he had a serious creative input into our existence. And,
Devil possession, speaking in satanic tongues.
I'd like to, first of all, I'd like to thank Satan. 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 I'd like to thank Louis. I'd like to thank Satan. I'd like to thank Louis.
Look at the Masonic handshake he's given this guy.
Like to thank
Flea is giving this guy.
I'd like to thank Louis Armstrong. I'd
Yep.
like to thank Neil Young. I'd like to thank Satan.
Yep, that's a Masonic handshake.
I'd like to thank Neil Young. I'd like to thank the Rollins Band. I'd like to thank Bob Marley. I'd like to thank the Marx Brothers. I'd like to thank Salvador Dali. I'd like to thank Louis Buñuel. I'd like to thank Miles Davis. I'd like to thank the Parliament Funkadelic. And I'd like to thank you too.
I'd like to second all those thanks and Anthony thanks. A few more thanks. And besides that, there's a few more thanks to be thanked. But
Look at these two junkies. These guys are possessed,
our
man.
mothers and our children and our so thanks on behalf. See you guys later.
Well, congratulations.
Well,
First of all, I'd like to thank Satan. I'd like to thank Louis Armstrong. I'd like to thank Neil. I'd like to thank Satan.
and as we can see, there is a Masonic handshake. This is not the best quality, but we clearly see that this is not a normal handshake. I think this is a,
I'd like to thank Louis.
yeah, Master Mason, yeah, handshake. Anyway, well, let's dig in and expose these guys. Let's look at some of their most more famous songs, or one of their, if not the most famous song. We got Californication. Psychic spies from China try to steal your mind's elation, and little girls from Sweden dream of silver screen, a quotation. And if you want these kind of dreams, it's Californication. It's the edge of the world and all of the Western civilization. The sun may rise in the east, at least it's settled in a final location. It's understood that Hollyweird sells Californication. Pay a surgeon very well to break the spell of aging. Celebrity skin, is this your chin, or is that war you're waging? So basically we see here pushing for this whole you know, celebrity what do you call these Botox and all that garbage, right? These surgeries, right, and putting Botox in, and well, even trannies. I mean, they're doing this whole makeover, right, as they are trying to change their sex, which is impossible. But they're doing to the going to these plastic surgeons, right? So it's kind of speaking about that a little bit. Firstborn unicorn, hardcore soft porn, dream of Californication keeps repeating. Whoops. Marry me, girl, be my fairy to the world, be my very own constellation, a teenage bride with a baby inside, getting high on information, and buy me a star on a boulevard. It's Californication. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a hella weird basement. Yeah, fake moon landing, anyone? Right? That's definitely a truth nugget. And Cobain, can you hear the spheres singing songs station to station? And Alaran is not far away. It's Californication. Born and raised by those who praise control of population. I read this the other day, and this verse actually really struck me. Ted Turner, Bill Gates, David Rockefeller, the Jesuits, Rome over there with El Papa, Black Pope, and all of that, right? They want population control. They're pushing for that sustainable development, Agenda 21, and all that nonsense, right? Well, everybody's been there, and I don't mean on vacation. Firstborn unicorn, it keeps repeating, dream of Californication. Destruction leads to a very rough road, but it also breeds creation, and earthquakes are to a girl's guitar. They're just another good vibration. Tidal waves couldn't save the world from Californication. Pay your surgeon very well to break the spell of aging. Sicker than the rest, there is no test, but is that what you're craving? And it keeps repeating and repeating, and this was actually written by the whole band. It names all the band members as the songwriters. This is garbage. You got right here, Chad Gaylord Smith. Wow, what a name. Right. All right, now let's look at Sir Psycho. I was reading this from their album Blood Sugar Sex Magic. Yes, magic with K as in Crowley magic. This is pretty disgusting. I'd like to apologize for the language in this, but this is their lyrics. We're just gonna blank the the really bad language. Let's read this together. A long time ago, before the wind, before the snow, lived a man I know, lived a freak of nature named Sir Psycho. Sir Psycho, sexy, that is me. Sometimes I find I need to scream. He's a freak of nature, but we love him, so he's a freak of nature, but we'll let him go. Deep inside, here comes the blasphemy, the Garden of Eden, standing there with my heart on bleeding. All right. There's a devil in my blank and some devils in my semen. All right. Good God, no, that would be treason. Believe me, Eve, she gave good reason. Booty looking too good not to be squeezing. Good Lord, this is disgusting. Goodness gracious. Creamy beaver, hotter than a fever. I'm given cause she's a receiver. I'm a given because she's a receiver. I won't and I don't hang up until I please her, making her feel like an overachiever. I take it away for a minute just to tease her. Then I give it back a little deeper. Sir Psycho, yeah, he's the man that I met one time. Sir Psycho, yeah, he's the man that left me blind. Sir Psycho, yeah, he's the man. Sir Psycho, yeah. He's a freak of nature, but we love him, so he's a freak of nature, but we let him go. I got stopped by a lady cop in my automobile. She said, get out and spread your legs. And then she tried to cop a feel. That cop, she was all dressed in blue. Was she pretty? Boy, I'm telling you, she stuck my butt with her big black stick. Gross. Yeah, that's not like, advocating sodomy or something. Yeah, that wasn't really intentional at all, right? Gross. These people are insane. Possessed, that's what they are. Well, we just saw it, right? In the video. I said, what's up now, blank my blank, like a ram getting ready to jam the lamb. She whimpered just little when she felt my hand on her blank, so very warm, I could feel her getting wet through her uniform. This is disgusting. propping her up on the black and white, unzipped and slipped. Ooh, that's right. I swatted her like no SWAT team can, turned a cherry pie right into jam. Goodness gracious. Gross. It keeps repeating this Sir Psycho nonsense. Hello, young woman that I love, pretty punk rock mama that I'm thinking of. Hold me naked if you will, in your arms, in your legs, in your blank. I'd kill to be with you, to kiss with you. I do miss you. I love you. Lay me down, 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 lay me down. 8 times this garbage, repeating like a mantra. Well, that's what this is anyway, probably. Descending waves of graceful pleasure. For your love, there is no measure. Her curves they bend with subtle splendor. Now I lay me down asleep. I pray the funk will make me freak. If I should die before I waked, allow me, Lord, to rock out naked. Allow me, Lord, to rock out naked. Bored by the ordinary time to take a trip, calling up a little girl with a bullwhip. Lickety split go snap snap, girl getting off all in my lap. The tallest tree, the sweetest sap, blowing my ass right off the map. Oh, and it's nice out there. I think I'll stay for a while. Gross. Well, now that we see what spirit these people are of, this guy is 100% insane. How old is this dude? It says here 59 years of age. Look at this guy. This guy looks too young to be... I mean, right? 59. Looks very youthful. Look at that. This guy's definitely taking his adrenochrome. 100% this guy's on adrenochrome. Definitely. Something creepy and weird about this guy. But yeah, he definitely looks... He looks way, 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 way younger. Maybe 47, 48 tops. Gross. That's him with his kid, I guess. I don't even want to think about what they're doing to these children. Poor kids. But anyway, that's pretty much it. We don't have to watch this guy shirtless. This gross, disgusting pervert. Let's check this video that Pastor Joe Schimmel has done a while back. They released this back in 2014, actually, quite a while back. Good Fight Ministries, definitely recommend their videos on Hollywood and exposing the music industry. So if you have not subscribed, go subscribe, share their videos. They're really good. They sold a source for rock and roll and all these other videos. They're really, really good. And yeah, so if you have not subscribed to Pastor Joe, go and show some support. Let's check out this video, and then we're going to read the article that he's referring in this video.
Former guitarist John Frusciante, who is listed by Rolling Stone magazine as one of the top 100 guitarists of all time, knows that much of the Chili Peppers' huge success is owing to the spirit world, which uses him as a medium or a channel. Frusciante admitted, quote, "There were beings of higher intelligence controlling what I was doing, and I don't know how to talk about it or explain it. It was very clear to me that the music was coming from somewhere other than me," end quote. Frusciante further admits, quote, "I was having verbal communication with the spirits while I was recording." He goes on to say a little later, "The spirits give you ideas for things, and what's important to them is what's important to me," end quote. Frusciante speaks of, quote, "The voices in my head were telling me that I had more work to do," end quote. Chili Peppers lead singer Anthony Kiedis, who we just saw giving thanks to Satan, admitted that he takes pleasure in watching Frusciante's, quote, "passion for playing and for his desire to commune with the spirits, both the invisible and the people who were there," end quote. It should be obvious to anybody who is open to truth just what kind of spirits Frusciante is open to. He claims that songs like Emptiness, I'm Around, and 666 were all inspired by Satanist Aleister Crowley. Crowley, who ate human poop and had sex with children, blatantly admitted in his confessions to being a Satanist, even admitting, quote, "I simply went over to Satan's side," and added later, I wanted to be his chief of staff, end quote. Crowley developed a type of ritualistic
Look at
magic
this sick
that
freak,
included communion with
possessed
demonic entities
freak.
and even the perversion of pedophilia called sex magic. In his book entitled Dr. Kinsey and the Institute for Sex Research, Kinsey's partner, Wardell Pomeroy, wrote that when Satanist Kenneth Anger and sexologist Alfred Kinsey went to Satanist Aleister Crowley's former sex temple in Italy to obtain Crowley's sex diaries, that, quote, the great beast, speaking of Crowley, held group orgies as part of their ritual and included in them the small children the women brought with them. The walls inside were still covered with the most open, as Kinsey put it, sexual action pictures. The remainder of the paintings, he said, were, quote, life-size representations of sexual activity, both homosexual and heterosexual, singly, doubly, and in groups, including children. And
wow. Well, let's go and see what the Bible says about all of this. Now we got Ezekiel chapter 28. It speaks about devil. It speaks about the devil, right? Being the chief staff of music, right? Let's look at verse 13. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was thy covering. The sardius, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle and gold. The workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes were prepared in thee in the day that thou wast created. Thou art the anointed cherub that covered, and I have set thee so. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in midst of the stones of fire. Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou wast created, till iniquity was found in thee. By the multitude of thy merchants they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of God, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness. I will cast thee to the ground. I will lay thee before kings, that they may behold thee. Thou hast defiled thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thine iniquities, by the iniquity of thy traffic. Therefore will I bring forth a fire from the midst of thee. I shall devour thee, and I will bring thee to ashes upon the earth, in the sight of all them that behold thee. All they that know thee among the people shall be astonished at thee. Thou shalt be a terror, and never shalt thou be any more. And it's really interesting when it says here in verse 13, right, the second part of the verse, it says, the workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes were prepared in thee. Well, let's look at that actually. What is a tabret? What is a tabret? Tabor, a small drum set used as an accompaniment to a pipe or a fife. Tabor, verb intransitive, strike lightly and frequently. Her mates shall lead her as with the voice of doves, taboring upon their breasts. Name 2. To play on a tabor or a little drum. We see that is in the Webster's Dictionary, which is the first dictionary of the English language, 1828, as close as 1611, as close as to 1611 as we can get. So now that we go back to this, we can clearly see that it was Satan who was the master of music, right, in heaven, right? We see the pipes. He was the Pied Piper. We see the little drums. Now, I found this article online, and I will link it up in the description, where Pastor Schimmel got this from. It says here, right, Till I Reach Higher Ground by James, guitar player, November 1997, by James Rotten whatever. I can't pronounce this. Anyway, I googled it and I found it right here. Guitar Player Magazine, November 97, and it says here November 97, right? Actually, it says here, yeah, Rotundi. I think this is just a typo. Rotundi, whatever. All right. Now, I didn't read the whole I actually did read the whole article, but we're not going to cover it here. I'm just going to link it up, and you can read it for yourself. But I did underline here the part that Schimmel was quoting here. So let's read this. It says, listening to Smile from the Streets you hold can be listening to Smile from the Streets you hold can be unnerving. raw, vulnerable, and stream of consciousness. It's a dark ode to demons and spirits that inhabit Frusciante's head. So he's telling you already he's possessed. The sound of an extremely talented guitarist in search of himself. So now, quote unquote, this is not quote unquote. This is quotation from what he actually said. Right, the title song was a very intense moment, says Frusciante quietly, because I was having verbal communication with the spirits while I was recording, and I started crying at the end of it. The spirits give you ideas for things, and what's important to them is what's important to me. I am much more concerned with my fame in their world than with my fame in this one. That's why it's been difficult for me to adjust being alive at all. Wow. And there was another thing that I noticed here earlier on in the in the article. Actually, he calls these people, these rock stars, the people that he's influenced by, a voracious music listener, talented painter and devotee of tragic fallen angels like Sid Barrett, Mark Bolan, Kurt Cobain, Sid Vicious. Frusciante is a mixture of passion, self-taught, cultural, religion, blah 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 blah. So he calls these people fallen angels. Wow, well, that's what they are, really. But anyway, I really don't think anything has to be said here anymore. Whoops. It's pretty clear what spirit these people are of. Again, that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna stop here. Everything has been said. If you guys want to support me, just come and join me on Twitter. As you see, I post only King James Bible stuff. We are advocating the King James Bible, of course, because it's the Word of God. And I share the gospel, really. I use this only to, as you can see, only, to share gospel memes and stuff like that. And just to share the gospel. This is all for Jesus Christ. If you want to join me, join me on Twitter. Come over and we'll share the gospel together. We can hang out. We can chat, You can message me if there's something you would like me maybe to cover, or if you would like, if you have anything special you want me to look into, or just share stuff, and that's pretty much all, that matters. Share the videos and all that kind of stuff. So that's the only social media that I have. And I appreciate your prayers. I really appreciate your prayers. I appreciate the nice comments that people have been, sending me, writing some nice comments, and I've got some nice emails as well. And for those that are keeping me in your prayers, you know who you are. I thank you so much. I will continue praying for you, and I hope to see you all on Sunday as we will premiere another documentary. I hope you have a blessed weekend. God bless you all and your families.